Welcome back to my channel. Today is, thank goodness it's Friday, but really it's Thursday, but you don't know that because it's going to be loaded up on Friday. But I have to work Friday, so I have to get it out today. So I got my drills all set up, ready to go. As you can see, I'm on the last section of the little girl. Thank goodness. It's taken me forever to do this project because I had so many other projects on the go. But I am happy to say that it will be completed by today. I would have had it done yesterday, but I had a lot of things happen yesterday that I'll talk about in today's Whip and Chat. So everybody grab all your stuff and let's get to chatting. So this week has been long. I had to work Monday and Tuesday. I had a bad day on Monday. Monday was a bad day for me. Tuesday was not so bad at work, but Monday I did not have a good day. So I was happy when Tuesday was done and over with, and I had Wednesday and Thursday off. Wednesday, I didn't do very much. Oh no, I'm lying, because today's Thursday. No, so Wednesday, I couldn't sleep Tuesday night, and I think it was because I was excited, because I knew in the morning that I was gonna meet Rambling Rose. She's a YouTuber for diamond painting. If you haven't checked her out, I'll leave her link down in the description below, but she is a Canadian YouTuber. She's almost at 2,000, so if you haven't gone to check her out, go check her out and get her up to that 2,000 mark. But yeah, I told her about the pink raspberry, and I know she comes down this way because she lives in Ottawa. So Ottawa from where I live is like a 6-hour drive. But I know she comes down here to visit her dad because her dad lives in London, and that's close to me. It's close to Strathroy. So, and I knew that she would be excited to know about the new store that's open in Ontario. So I asked her if she wanted to come down and check it out. And I'd meet her there on my day off because I knew she would be down for a week. So we talked back and forth, and we picked Wednesday for her to come down. So I went over there on Wednesday, and I think I just couldn't sleep because I was excited to meet her, because I do adore her. I love her channel. And so I went down there and I brought my stuff to diamond paint, and my friend Mo was going to meet me down there to diamond paint for the afternoon, because sometimes we do that on our days off. When we just like to go there and diamond paint because it's just easier for us, because she has a lot of people in her house, and I don't have a lot of people here, but I have a lack of where we can both work together at the same place that has enough room. So we just go down the pink raspberry. And I can't, I got a glare this morning. So I went down there. I had to pick up Mo later, so she wasn't with me when I first got down there. And then Rose came and she filmed a little bit, and I'm sure it's going to be up in her, and well, she filmed quite a lot actually, and she interviewed people. She interviewed the owners of the pink raspberry. So that would be exciting for everybody to see. I never did that. I just did a walkthrough, but that was at the beginning when they first opened up, and we didn't really have much to show. But I know that she bought a canvas that is fresh off the press that was actually printed here in Canada, so that's super exciting too. I'm getting my first one that's printed off in Canada today. It's a custom that I am doing for one of the weddings I went to. Her brother saw the diamond painting that I did, and he decided he wanted one done of his kids, and he asked me if I could do it, and I was more than happy to do it for him. So I have that project on the go. Well, it will be shortly, but I am going to do another project too for the YouTube channel. I think I'm going to, someone said to do a poll on Facebook, but I think I am going to do, I'm going to pick. I think I'm going to do the risky one, you know, the R-rated one. Because in WIP&Chats and stuff, you don't really see, but I will block out the parts that shouldn't be there. But it is very colorful painting, and it is a square, and I haven't done a square since the custom I did for the one wedding, which I was super nervous about if they liked it or not. And Jen, well, I call her Jen, she's a YouTuber too. Jen's Creation Walls, I'm pretty sure, is her YouTube name. I always get them mixed up because everybody has a long YouTube name. She asked me if they liked the picture, and I didn't know because they never opened up their presents, obviously, at the wedding. And then I was super nervous because I didn't hear anything back from her mom. And then yesterday when I was at the Pink Raspberry, I got a text saying that, wow, I can't believe the diamond painting you did for my daughter. It's amazing. And you're talented. And I just kind of chuckled to myself. I'm like, well, it doesn't really take much talent to put a bead on a canvas. But hey, if people want to think that I'm talented, so be it. Let them have it. But yeah, it did take a lot. Well, everybody knows, like all of you know that have been with me from the beginning, know that that painting was a challenge for me because there was so much popping drills. So, and there goes that darn train again every morning. It's like really super early here, guys. I hope the lighting's okay. It is like 6:30 in the morning or something, almost 7. I went and got my coffee. Oh, the train is super loud this morning. Sounds like it's gonna come right through my house. Listen to it. So anyways, at the Pink Raspberry, I had a super fun time. I think I was so like nervous that Rose would like it, but she was just in awe, and she was so happy and excited to be there. And it was just a wonderful afternoon. I got to talk to her. She's such a lovely lady. I like her so much. Like, super nice. And I was super excited. I was like, you know, fanning over her. Like, she's a popular YouTuber, and I got to meet her. So, I had so much fun, and I didn't really diamond paint too much. I think over the excitement of her being there. And you do see my face on her video, which you never see on my face on my channel, but you will see it on Rose's. She did film me. So there you go. So if you follow her, you'll see. I don't know when she's gonna post this video. It might be later on in her queue. I really don't know when she's gonna do it, because I'm sure she has other videos up beforehand. But yeah, it was a nice day, And then when Rose left, I went and picked up my friend Mo while Rose was there. And then we came back and we diamond painted till about, I say till about 4 o'clock. And then I had to go to Walmart and Mo came with me. We went shopping. And then I come home and then I was gonna start diamond painting again. But I was getting super tired too because, like I said, I didn't sleep much the night before. I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's a curse when you work early shifts, like, and when I work shifts, I don't really get up at that hour. I get up at 4 and sometimes I have to drag myself to get up, but on my days off, boom, I'm up. It's so horrible. I don't even understand it. I think I have a sleeping problem. I don't know. So I get home and I was talking to my niece on FaceTime, telling her about the pink raspberry and about seeing Rose, because like my niece, she diamond paints too. And then I get off with her, and then all of a sudden I get a call from her saying, "Hey Liz, you gotta come here quick, get in your car, come here quick. Jeff had an accident." Well, Jeff is her boyfriend. And I'm thinking, what the heck happened? And then all I heard was fell and a rake. And I'm like, what? And then I get in my car. So they just moved out to the country. So it's not like super far from town, but it's still a little bit ways out. Like if you're going to head out to London. And I'm like, so me and Lissa jump in the car because I'm like, I have no idea. I get out there, he's lying on the ground and I see a cloth near his leg, but I don't see his leg. And I'm like, oh my God, did he cut his leg off? Like, I'm freaking out. I'm like, I can't deal with this. Like, call the ambulance. But no, he didn't cut his leg off, but he did step onto the rake. And the rake punctured, you can see in his sandal, but he only has 3 holes. But you can see 4 holes into his sandal. His sandal was still stuck in the rake. And he stepped on it so deep that it punctured the top of his foot. And he was like lying on the ground. And I'm like, we got him up, we got him in the car. And I drove him to the hospital, which is, like I said, you gotta go back into town to go to the hospital, and it's even further than my house. So I took him there, and I'm like, well, I didn't grab any money for parking. He's like, just drop me off, just drop me off. So I dropped him off, because Strathroy Hospital, if you know, you wait there for hours. So this was around, I don't know, what time did we get there? Around 5-ish. I dropped him off. So then I get back home, and then my niece calls again, and she's like, oh, he really wants you to come babysit so I can go out there, but I don't really want to. And I'm like, well, I don't really want to either, right? But then he kept on calling and calling her, and then finally she caved. And I said, she goes, well, the kids are sleeping, they're in bed. Can Alyssa just come here and watch them? And then you can go home and wait for us and drive me there. Because she didn't want to drive because she did have a beer and she was scared to drive. So she's like, will you just drive me there and then pick us up from the hospital? And that way they didn't have to pay for parking either. And I said, fine, sure. So I went there, dropped Alyssa off at her house. The kids were already in bed. And I I went and dropped her off at the hospital, and there he is coming out. It was so funny, in a wheelchair, rolling his rolling the wheelchair down. And I'm like thinking, oh my god, like he's such a spaz. Like I swear that guy needs to be medicated because he's so hyper. But anyway, it was quite funny. So then I came home and I'm like thinking he still hadn't been seen. He was still waiting in the waiting room. And this by this time it was already 8 o'clock. 8:30. And I'm like, good Lord, like what's going on? I saw 3 ambulances outside the hospital. I'm like, what is possibly going on in there that you have all these people in the waiting room? Like, I don't understand Strathroy Hospital. Like, it's the worst. Like, I'd rather go to the walk-in clinic if I'm sick than try to go down to that emerge because you're waiting there for hours or till the next day. It's even bad in London. I thought London would be quicker, but my daughter one time was there till the next day. So it's bad anywhere in Ontario. Yeah, we have free healthcare, but to go to emerge, you're waiting a long time. Super long time. And sometimes I think it's like procrastinate. Like obvious, like there is no possible way it takes a doctor that long to assess people. Like it just blows my mind how they work at the hospital. But anyway, that's here or there. So it ended up, I was so tired because I didn't sleep well the night before. I'm like, I texted her and said, just keep on calling me. I'm going to like rest my eyes for a while because I'm really super tired and I know I'm going to fall asleep on you guys. So just keep on calling until you wake me up. And then I must have dozed off and she calls at like 12:30. We're done. So I got up and I was so out of it. My eyes hurt because I wore my contacts. I usually wear glasses. Now my glasses that I have now I don't like because they're my old glasses because I broke my new ones and I haven't gone to go get them fixed. Plus I scratched the lens on my new ones and I could have sworn I got scratch resistant, but I must have not have got scratch resistant on them. But anyways, I'm back to my old ones and I don't really like them because they're past old. They're guest ones, but they're old. So I wore my contacts, the pink raspberry. And it's probably why I didn't diamond paint too much either, because they do make my eyes, they're not really my subscription. I just got them for a wedding, so I didn't have to wear my glasses. But anyways, I reuse them anyways, but they make my eyes tired anyway. And my eyes, I'm still sleepy right now. I'm gonna have to take a nap this afternoon, I think. But I have to do laundry. Oh, it never ends, people, it never ends. So he said the doctors told her, like he gave him a like one of those shots. Was it? Can't even pronounce it. He gave him a shot because the metal went through his foot and he cleaned it, he said, and he said to be off work for 5 days. And I'm like, no, Jeff, like call the doctor's office in the morning and make an appointment to see a regular doctor because you can't even feel your toes. Like you got to make sure you are healthy enough to go back to work in 5 days. You might not be able to walk on it. Like you said, keep your weight off of it for 5 days and be off work for 5 days, but you don't know if that's going to be enough, right? And I have to go in a while to go to the store and pick up his antibiotics, but they don't open till 9 o'clock. So when that happens, I gotta go out to do that, and I have to go pick up some dog food because yesterday I didn't buy any because I was waiting. I'm like, oh, the dogs can wait till payday. I just gave them the last of their food this morning. So, oh, and I'm super excited because this morning already I ordered ordered a diamond painting from Ever Moment. I'm super excited. It's the one I've wanted forever, ever, ever. And I've talked about it before, and if you are a faithful watcher, you will know which painting I'm talking about. So I ordered it, and I ordered a couple of other little things that are diamond painting related, but not a diamond painting. So like I said, I told you guys I was going to order, every pay, one painting off of Aliexpress. The first order I ordered 4, and I got to write it down on a cue card. And every time after that is going to be 1. And I'm still going to buy from the pink raspberry. Obviously, I bought one yesterday from the pink raspberry. So, but that's the custom that I'm doing for my friend's brother. I'm going to go pick that up today too. They don't open till 9 o'clock, so I'll probably go do the prescription and then go over to the pink raspberry, pick up my diamond painting, and then I'm going to do the gems and everything, and hopefully this one will be done by the time I get back. And then I'm going to kit up today 2 projects. Yeah, so that should be super fun. Now I got to do change color. I'm back. I bet you didn't even know I left. I left because I wanted to vape and some of my Timmys, because I went to Timmys this morning to get a coffee. Now, Timmys now has this rewards card, and you're supposed to get a free coffee after so many purchases, but I feel like I've purchased a lot lately. At first I was purchasing and then, oh, you got a free coffee. I'm like, oh, nice, sweet. But it seems like I've bought a lot lately and I haven't received a free coffee. So I'm not sure what the rules are or how many you have to buy. And I don't keep track. But they scam a little card and I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. Oh, I need 5. 5. Where are you? 5. There you go. 500. What is 500? It kind of looks like black. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of 5s over here in the corner. We'll get her done. Get her done. I love the cable guy. Larry the cable guy, he's so funny. Funny, funny, funny. I haven't seen any new stuff from him lately though. Well, yesterday before I went to the pink raspberry too, I had to watch The Handmaid's Tale. Oh my God, people, I'm telling you, watch The Handmaid's Tale. Super, super good. This episode was so good. It seems like every episode this season is like, the end of the episode just leaves you like, what? I have to wait till next Wednesday to watch the other bit? Because, like, I watch when it comes out on Hulu. Even though in Canada we don't have Hulu. But in Canada, there's ways. There's ways to get it. There's ways to get it when it comes out at the same time as the US. We have secrets. So anyways, I watched that. And it was super, super good. And then when I called my daughter in the evening, and I'm like, because I picked up her diamond painting, so I told her that I had it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Sarah, you got to watch The Handmaid's Tale. She's like, okay, I'm going to get off and watch it. And then I said, well, you know, so, and she's like, don't spoil it for me. I'm like, fine. So, I don't know. There's another train. What the heck, man? Gigi, it's a train. Chill out. So, yeah, that was a really good episode. I'm just blown away by that show. It's so good. So good. I don't know if that ever happened in real life. I don't know what I'd do. Well, first of all, it wouldn't be a Handmaid's Tale because I can't have children. So I'm pretty much living in poverty because I sure know I wouldn't be married to a commander. I'd be like one of the maids. Ugh, I don't like being a maid. Or working in the colonies and dying because of such bad conditions. Yep, I'm doomed. Let's hope that never happens because I would be dead. My life would not be very good. So, yeah. Oh, well, yeah, I could be a Jezebel though. Yeah, I could be a Jezebel. Yep, that's what I'd want to be if I was in there. I'd be a Jezebel. You have to watch the show to understand what I'm talking about, and then you chuckle if you knew when I said I want to be a Jezebel. So, that I watched that in the morning before I left. So that was my highlight of the day, was Jeff and the freak out and driving him to the hospital. And all I was thinking is, please don't get blood in my car. Isn't that awful? Isn't that awful to say that? Like, please don't get blood in my car. My car's brand new. And then my daughter was mad because I have a brand new car. And I don't smoke, I vape. And I don't usually let anybody smoke in my car because I don't like the smell. But my friend Mo smoked in it yesterday. And then I tried to air it out by opening up the windows, but it wasn't long enough. And my daughter can't into the car, and she automatically started freaking out about it. And I'm like, darn it. And I don't like the smell either. But it was super hot yesterday. She didn't want to stand outside. Whatever. It is what it is. But my car this morning didn't smell too bad when I went to go get coffee. Even though I bought sweetener yesterday. And Mo's like, you're buying sweetener? I'm like, yeah, to make coffee at home. She's like, you make coffee at home? I'm like, yeah. And I usually do, but lately I've been going to Timmys a lot more. This morning, I got up and went to Timmys and got myself a large. I only get large on my days off. When I go to work, I get a medium. Because I find I can't drink a large when I'm at work. Because I'm one of those coffee drinkers that don't just like drink. I sip my coffee. Like, my coffee could be stone cold and I'm still sipping at it. It's weird. Don't ask me why I do that. I just do. So yeah, that's what happened yesterday. Oh yeah, today I have to go pick up my daughter's report card. I totally forgot yesterday to go to the school and pick up her report card to find out her final marks of her second semester. But it's already July. Feels like the summer goes by way too fast. I don't know. And it's super hot here in Ontario right now. It's like gross hot. My house right now feels like a fridge. And my daughter's probably going to complain about it, but I know that it's going to get super hot this afternoon. And if you don't keep the house at this temperature, it takes super extra long for my house to cool down because I have 10 like feet ceilings in my house, and you know, heat rises, so it takes a lot to cool down this house. So she's gonna have to bite the bullet and put up with it because it's gonna be a hot one today, and then it starts to get warm here. Like, I don't even want to cook in the oven because it just heats up the house, and I'm not part of that right now. That's not what I want. I don't need heat. I hate, like, my friend Mo, she's like total opposite of me. She loves being out in the sun and sitting outside, and I can't handle it. I can't stand it unless I'm in the pool. Unless I got a pool to dunk myself in, I can't handle it. And I used to have a pool. I regret not having the pool anymore. And I'm trying to convince my sister for us to get another one. But she's not having any part of that life right now. She'll decide she wants one in the middle of the hot desert summer, and it's like, it's not even worth putting one up because the season's almost over and you're wasting all that money on the water. So maybe I will buy one in the spring next year. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna bite the bullet and buy one. What I really need is a sand point to fill it, because filling it up with city water gets way too expensive. Well, I'm done with the 5s, I think. You know me, I always forget things. Which one should I do next? Why does that one look funny? I have a frog in my throat today. I think I'm gonna do F next. Oh, it's my son who's awake. Well, I'm awake, buddy, but he must be going. He must be going on a boat because it's super early right now in BC, so he must be going on a boat. My son works for a moving company in BC, and if they have to, like, he lives on the sunny coast, and in order to get to the sunny coast, you have to take a ferry. So if they have deliveries in, say, Victoria Island, Vancouver Island, or Vancouver, they have to take a ferry. So if they're going to take a ferry, they like to take the first ferry out. So, which means he has to wake up super early to get to work to make it to the ferry. So he must be on a ferry run today because he wouldn't be up otherwise if he didn't have a ferry run. F is over here. I really like these Harbor Freight containers, even though it does this on the edges. Just give it a little tap. I love them. They hold a lot, and I actually texted my cousin yesterday and asked her if she can bring me up some more. I asked her, do you have a PayPal account? She's like, what, did you win the lottery and you're sending me money? I'm like, haha, funny. Like, no. I'm like, no, but I wanted to know to pay for the Harbor Freight containers. And she's like, oh, I'll just buy them and you pay me when I get there. But I don't like doing that either because sometimes she doesn't take the money. And she's coming on the day of my birthday and she's going to say, oh no, don't pay me. And I don't want that. I want to pay her for them because the last one she didn't let me pay for. Well, I didn't have a choice because I wasn't there and my sister was, and she wouldn't, like, I know it's only, what, $4.99 American, but still, you know, I don't want her to have to pay for my stuff. I appreciate her for even doing it for me because I can't get it here in Canada. And I really need to get my passport. That's another thing I need to work on, is to get my passport so I can go to Port Huron and can go to these stores and I can get the stuff. So I really need to do my passport. Maybe that's something I should work on this month. Try to get my passport back because I let it lapse. It's past due. But I think I want to save up and get the 10-year instead of the 5-year. So, because you know me, I like to procrastinate and I don't get it done. Like, I should have got it done when it expired, but I didn't. So now I probably have to start all over from the beginning process to get another one, because I really want to go, well, I want to go to BC, but you don't need a passport to go to BC, but I really want to go, like, I want to go somewhere tropical. I really do. I've never gone. I've only been on a plane once in my life, and that was to go to Portugal, and I was 4 years old, so I don't really remember it. And I am kind of a little bit freaked out about planes, because, like, with my luck, there'll be, like, a terrorist attack on the plane that I board. Like, that's the way I think, even though I know, like, thousands of people every day go on planes and do commercial flights and nothing happens. But you know me, I just think that in my head, like, the odds will probably be that I'm the one that gets blown up in the air. Like, I just have these weird fears. And I think I have a fear of flying, but I don't know because I've never flown. So, yeah, I don't know. And, like, my friend Mo gets mad at me because she wants me to go to Cuba with her so bad. And she says don't go to Dominican right now because a lot of people are ending up dead in Dominican, which I never heard it, but I don't really follow the news, so I don't really know. But the guy I work with just came back from Dominican, but he owns a house there. So it's not like he's staying at the resorts. So I don't know. But I forgot to ask him about that. Because we usually fight about other stuff. I don't think about normal stuff because he just gets me so riled up at work that we sound like a married couple, I swear. But I wasn't even mad. I wasn't even mad at him on Monday. It was a totally different situation. They got me very upset. And he was nice enough to switch with me, so I didn't have to deal with it. But then got mad after because he didn't want to work with there either. But I don't know. I'm not working on such line with such person for the 2 weeks that he's on the rotation, because he is the most, oh, I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to talk about work. I don't want to talk about work. I love my job. I love my job. Just say that all day long. I love my job. I love my job, Liz. And look at that. See that half one? Isn't that freaky? It's like a half a circle. Not too much garbage in these gems, which is pretty awesome. There is some garbage, I'm not gonna lie, but I think every diamond painting has garbage. Even Diamond Art Club has garbage. So I do have Mama Knows, but such a big project. I don't think I want to do such a big project right now. I haven't even opened her yet to even look at her. Let's see how long she lasts in the box without opening her. This will be a test because I haven't opened her at all. because I usually pull everything out and I flatten it, but my diamond art clubs I don't. I just leave them right in the box. But at all the other canvases I lay flat. Oh no, there's more F's over here because I missed everything. So yesterday when I got home, while all this shenanigans were happening, I started to do a project for the pink raspberry, like an arts and crafts project for something that they're gonna sell. She bought all the supplies and I'm just making them for her. And I was using Gorilla Glue. Man, this stuff is strong. Like, it's on my fingers and I'm not sure how to get it off. I've tried, like it's slowly wearing off, but it's bugging me because the tips of my thumbs are all, I bought this, what did I buy this for? Oh, I bought it because I wanted to see if it would stick a canvas on another canvas. I don't know if it will, I never tried it. But this is the first time. It says press together for 10 to 15 seconds after using nozzle with a warm cloth. I never did that. Damn it. It doesn't say what you can use it on because I was using it on plastic. It seems to be holding. So, we'll see. I bought some other stuff today on Aliexpress that I seen some YouTuber use. So, I'm going to see if that one works as well. But I'm not telling you what I'm making because it's a surprise and you have to go to the pink raspberry if you want to see it. But it's made by me with love. I only did a few of them. She can get me a whole bunch. It didn't take me long to make them. She can get me more when she goes to the States. That's the problem with here. You can't buy anything in Canada because we don't have anything good. We don't sell anything good here. I'm gonna do tea next. Tea, but I gotta put this one away. I really like the way this little girl's turning out. But for some reason, I thought there was dragonflies in the picture. And I don't see no dragonflies. I don't know why I thought there was dragonflies in this picture. But I don't see no dragonflies. I said tea, didn't I? Just the thought of de-kitting down. That's the worst thing to do, I find, is kitting down. I don't like to kit down. I like kitting up because I know I'm going to start a new project, but I hate kitting down. And I need these containers for the, what should we call that painting? The R-rated painting. I'm so going to do it, and I don't even care. I am going to do that painting. And I'm pretty sure it's a square. And I haven't done a square since the bat square. And I don't know what this company is. I should look it up on Aliexpress to actually see what company. I don't think I can find Aliexpress on my tablet. Hold on, people, hold on. I don't have Aliexpress downloaded on here. Where is everything? My daughter hides everything. My daughter hides everything on this tablet. What's over here? Search. Oh, I don't even know what my password is. It's on my phone. It's just automatically there. I'm gonna pause for a second and I'll be back. Yeah, I'm back. I found it. I'm just gonna cover up the bad parts. Well, really, what's a little nipple? But I'm covering up the bad part. Yeah, it's from the Culvert store on Aliexpress. I will link it down in the description below. I hope I'm saying it right. But yeah, that's the picture. Right there. I don't know if you can see it very well, but I'm covering up the bad part with my finger. Yeah, because you can actually see. I'm not even joking you. Yeah, so that's the one I'm gonna do next. It's very colorful, and I feel like that would be a cool one to do next. And I forget what I was doing. Which letter am I doing? T. So I'm gonna kit that one up today because I am going to get this one done. Done. And then I'll do a post review and I will put it up on my channel for next week. Don't have much going on next week, just the post review, and then I'll have the post review, and then I'll have my Tag Tuesday, which I gotta find a tag. It just seems like every time I look for a tag, it's all about sex. And I don't want tags about sex, because nobody needs to know nothing about my sex life. Well, right now it's non-existent, so it don't really matter. Right now. More so because I choose it. Can't be bothered with men's drama right now. So, I don't know. There's only so many questions you can ask a person too, though. Like, I don't know. Might have to change the name from Tag Tuesday to something else. I'm not really one to give advice on life about. Sometimes I can't even figure out my own life, more or less help anybody else on their own life. I'm a good listener, but that doesn't really help you guys out on YouTube now, does it? I can't listen to your guys' problems, but if you have questions, I can answer them. If you ever want to know anything about me, just leave it down in the comments below and I'll tell you. But don't expect it to be exciting. Because I don't really have an exciting life. You guys are my most excitement in the day. You guys bring me joy. I actually really enjoy doing this channel. I enjoy everybody's comments. I enjoy my subscribers. And I know I'm new at this and I might do a review and forget things, like prime example, the character minders. I was so tired that day, I didn't even tell you guys how you use them. But like, when you do a video, sometimes you forget, like, and I try to prepare myself, but you think things in your head, and then when you get to the video, and oh my gosh, here comes the garbage truck. I'm gonna pause for a minute while the garbage truck comes, because he's loud. Okay, I'm back. He's a little ways down the street now. It's not as loud, but he's super loud. That truck just bangs around your bin. Like, we have the garbage trucks that lift your garbage bin up and then dumps it, that you have to buy from the town. And I bought, well, you pay it for it on your taxes, and I got the super big one because at the time I had all my kids living here. And at one time I had my nieces living here too. It was a full house at one time, and now it's so quiet. It's just me and Alyssa left. But anyway, I got the big garbage bin, so I have the big one. You have to pay extra for it on your taxes, which I think is a rip-off. But me and Alyssa could probably get away with now with one of the smaller ones. But sometimes it's nice to have the big one. And sometimes my neighbors use it too. And I let them. She uses my blue box a lot because me and Alyssa, like, the blue box is as big as the big bin of garbage. And the blue box, me and Alyssa don't fill it all the way up. So my neighbor, she has a house full of people, and sometimes she comes over and uses my blue box, which is fine. At least it's getting used, right? So it was actually, blue box only comes every other week too. So it tends to fill up your blue box if you have a big family, because they only come every other week to pick up your recyclables. And it's another truck that comes on later in the afternoon. The first thing in the morning the garbage truck comes, and then later in the evening or late afternoon comes the recycling truck. I don't know if it's the same guy or not. I don't know if he goes and dumps the load and then comes back. Not quite sure, because I don't work for them, so I don't know. Oh, it's so funny at work too. Like, my job's really boring, and I'm standing at a table and I have to watch vegetables go by. A lot of the times I think about what I can talk on YouTube. I'm not even kidding you. What can I talk about on my next Thank Goodness It's Friday? And then, you know, you have all these things in your head of what you're gonna say, and then when you get onto camera, you forget them all. And then you don't have anything to say. But it makes the day go by faster too when you think of stuff like that. Like, you don't even know what. It's kind of funny what you think about. One time, I used to always think about, how can I get out of working here today and going home sick? Like, isn't that bad? I don't feel like that anymore, but when I was sick there before my surgery, I used to think that a lot because I wasn't well. And I wasn't well because I had an infection growing inside of me that I did not know about until my surgery. And I think that's why I felt yucky all the time, and I didn't want to be there. Didn't want to be anywhere, really. So I had surgery back in February on my bladder, and I had the surgery before on my bladder. I had a mesh put in to lift up my bladder, and I had that put in, and I don't even remember. I think it was 2010 or 2011 I got it done. I got it done here in town, and it worked good for a year. But then things started to go back to the way it was before, and it was worse actually than before. It got even worse, and I didn't feel well, and I didn't feel comfortable. Like, that's why I didn't date much, because, you know, when you have that kind of problem, it's not comfortable. You feel dirty, you feel yucky, and you're in pain a little. Like, I felt something was bad, and I said to the surgeon that did my first surgery, I said, there's something wrong with this mesh. And he's like, oh, no, no, no. If there was something wrong with this mesh, you would feel it soon after you had your surgery. We would know. And I'm like, no, man, I'm telling you, there's something wrong with it. But he wouldn't listen. And he's like, well, we have free healthcare here in Canada, but he said, and I don't know if it's true or not, because, I don't know, because my doctor kind of like looked at me weird when I told him he said this. But to do a mesh again, the government only pays for it once. So OHIP only covers the mesh once. But there's another procedure you can get done where they take some of your flesh from your stomach and they'll make a sling out of your flesh, which is a little bit more better because it's your own tissue, so your body's not going to reject it because it's your own tissue. But it's a little bit more of an extent surgery. And he's like, I don't do that surgery, but I will refer you to a doctor in London. So it took me almost a year to get in to see this doctor in London. And then when I went in to see him, he's like, I had to do this test, this pee test. I'm telling you, it's the most worst test you could ever do. It's so degrading. I was not happy, and I never want to do that test again. It's like, I don't even want to go into details of what they do to you, but it's not fun. But anyways, I did the test, and it shows, you know, yeah, I do have a problem. And he would do surgery. But then when he was doing the surgery, he's like, well, I think you should see another surgeon to strengthen the walls down there, so your bladder doesn't like drop down. So I had to wait again for this other surgeon, and it took forever and ever and ever to get an appointment. And I'm like, what the heck, am I ever gonna get in to see this doctor? So I had to wait another 6 to 9 months. I don't even remember. I think in all total, I think I waited 2 years for this surgery, or pretty darn close to 2 years. And then when I finally saw that surgeon, he's like, yeah, I'll do the surgery and we'll combine both surgeries together. Like, because what he said was like, oh, we'll wait and do both surgeries together so you're not off work more time than needed, right? So that's what we decided, to wait. But it was taking so long to get in. And then they had me booked in for January 30th. Fine, I booked the time off work, whatever. Then they turned around and said, oh, well, so-and-so doctor, Dr. McMillan, doesn't want to do it at St. Joe's, because in London there's 2 hospitals. There's Victoria Hospital and St. Joe's. Well, the bladder doctor was from St. Joe's, and the other doctor was from Victoria Hospital, New Vic, we call it. We call it New Vic, the Children's Hospital. It's a really big hospital. It's like the biggest hospital in London. Well, there's the University Hospital too, and that's basically the student doctors, like people that are studying at Fanshawe College. Not Fanshawe College, what am I talking about? Who wants someone from Fanshawe College to be your doctor? I wouldn't want someone from Fanshawe. No, from the University of Western Ontario. So they study at the Universal Hospital, and Universal Hospital does more like bypasses, a lot of heart surgery, stuff like that is what they do at the University Hospital. So anyways, they decided they wanted to do it at Victoria, so then it got changed to February. I was so discouraged. I'm like, geez, I just want to get it done. And what is this now? I don't know what that noise is. Sounds like a truck, but where would it be on my street? Anyway. So, what was I talking about? So then I finally got the surgery. Well, after I had the surgery, about a week after, my whole right side of my face went numb. And I'm like, oh my God, am I having a stroke? Like, I didn't know what was going on. And they're like, no, you can't, it's not going down your arm. It's not a stroke. And they're like this and that. And then I went to the walk-in clinic and the doctor there said, oh, I don't think it's a stroke. And so then I come home and I said that and everybody's like, no, man, I think you should go to the Merge and get a second opinion. So I go there to Merge to get a second opinion, and it's this doctor. I didn't even like her. She was not, she kind of made me mad. But anyways, she made me go for a CAT scan, and she's like, well, the CAT scan doesn't show up a stroke. But I want you to go to London to the specialist thing because they can go more in detail to see if it actually was a stroke. And I'm like looking at her like, I don't think it was a stroke. She's like, well, your face is numb. It's a stroke. And she walks out. I'm like, okay, whatever. So then I went to go see my family doctor because I'm like, whatever. So then my family doctor is like, well, I'm going to send you for an MRI because it might be MS. Then he's like, don't go home and start searching up MS and freaking yourself out. And I'm like, just looking at him like, I'm not going to freak out about it because you don't know for sure. And I'm not going to get worried over something that might not even be. And sure enough, it wasn't. My CAT scan, my MRI came out fine. It only showed, he says it only shows one little tiny pin drop on my brain, like the size of a pen. And he doesn't really know what it's caused from, but I only have one. And if you had MS, you'd have like multiple of them. So then now he says, well, maybe your numbness, because now I only have it on the ones on my right side of my lips, like on the corner. Sometimes it feels numb and sometimes I'll drool a little bit and I don't know why this is happening. And now he's chalking it up to it's from being diabetic. So whether or not it's from being diabetic, I don't know. But it's not as bad right now, but I do find that if I feel like my sugars are high, I feel like it's more numb. So I have a feeling it has to do something with my sugar levels, but I'm not 100% sure because right now I'm only a type 2 diabetic, and I take 3 different types of medication, which equals out to 6 pills a day right now for my diabetes. I don't like to prick myself and test my blood. I hate it. I don't do it very often. But when my sugars are high, I usually can tell because I get super thirsty. And I feel like nothing quenches my thirst. That's when I know my sugars are super high. And the reason why I'm on straight days at work is because it's so hard for me to control my sugar levels when I work the night shift. It was getting too hard. I was getting sick all the time. And also, I think my sickness was due to that infection. Oh yeah, because I was starting to, the whole reason was, so I got off topic about my surgery. Well, anyways, the whole reason why I said that about the mesh and that is because when they actually went inside of me to do the surgery again, the mesh that was inside of me was all infected and it was wrapped around my urethra. And they had to slowly get it off. They got off as much as they could. So it damaged my urethra. So yeah, that was not fun. The healing process after my surgery. But I'm back to normal. I'm back to working. Someone yesterday asked me if I'm off of late duties. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? She's like, oh, because of your surgery. I'm like, oh my gosh. It's been months since my surgery. But well, the one time we were doing, the boxes were super heavy too. I could barely freaking lift them. And it was shortly after my surgery when we were doing break open. I'm like, I can't lift these boxes. Because that's the last thing I want to do, is to wreck what they just did to me. Because I think that's what happened the last time, because I was working at my old job and I did a lot of slugging at my old job, and I think I went back and lifting all the heavy stuff made the sling do that. I don't know, but I think I should sue that company, because my doctor said that we were lucky that we did it, because that was slowly killing me. And I felt sick and I didn't know why, and I felt horrible, and now I know why. And it's kind of scary, because if they hadn't gone in me, I don't know if they would ever find out that that's what was wrong with me, because it never showed up on the ultrasounds and stuff. Like, when you look at an ultrasound, I don't know what the heck they're looking at, because to me it all looks like blobs. Well, when you see a baby, you can actually see a baby, but when they're looking at your organs and stuff with an ultrasound, like, all you see is blobs. That's all it looks like to me. But I think I've chatted enough of your ear off for today, and I think I'm gonna sign off for today, and I hope everybody has a super awesome weekend, more so than me, because just think that I am going to be stuck in a factory for 36 hours the whole weekend long. But I'll see you guys again on Thank Goodness It's Thursday, because I don't know if I'm going to put this post review up on Monday or if I'm going to wait to put it up on Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. I know that none of my orders are going to be coming in the mail. I do have a custom that I ordered from, not the custom I'm doing for the friend, but I did order another custom from the pink raspberry. I might do, I don't know if I'm going to pick it up yet or not, because I have so much things on the go. But it's there. I should pick it up because it's there. But anyway, I'll let you guys go. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you like, please subscribe to my channel. I'd be super tickled pink. And remember, everybody, a little dab would do ya, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone, and have a super duper weekend. Bye.